And yeah, 4 minutes played. That's the one we want. Okay, so we're now into the section where we are doing a kind of promotion night party. It's one of the, I think one of the most famous sections of Final Fantasy VIII in many ways. Just because Squall is... Hey, Doggy Master! Just because Squall is so inept to begin with, and then in about 30 seconds learns how to dance. I'm okay, Doggy Man, I'm okay. Hey, Mappet, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Mappet? They look so fancy. Why do I look... Oh, Squall looks fancy. Yeah, Squall looks super fancy with like the silver epaulets and the chain. Like, it is very posh mercenary. Like the uniform, the long boots. It's very kind of posh Gestapo mercenary. Oh, Hazel, want to join the Garden Festival Committee? And sorry, just remembered I gotta go do something. Hey, Tatiana, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. How you doing today, Tatya? It's currently at my house. I'm currently at my partner's house in Cardiff. My house is up in Powys, so I'm about 80 miles away from my green screen at the moment. So I'm sitting on my partner's couch with a mouse next to me, my keyboard on my lap. My computer is currently in front of my feet, and the screen is sitting on top of the computer. Yeah, I'll join the festival committee. Go on. Let's be nice to Selfie. We've kind of been a bit mean to her today. I'm not doing a speed run, so I don't have to skip it all. So that's why you have no more beard. Exactly, I've been shaving because of Zana. Considering, like, we get ripped to pieces by monsters and have no problems with that, that single scar caused in the starting cutscene. It's JRPG, which is injuries only matter if they happen in a cutscene. So here is a random woman in a dress. There's one thing that is very funny to point out, and I love pointing this out. Her legs, if you measure her legs on the screen, they are longer than the rest of her body combined, including her head. That's unnatural proportions. If you look at like how far up her legs go. Talk about having legs that go from top to bottom. Helps having a Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. Awesome! Well, we're going to be doing Final Fantasy VIII on the stream. I'm probably going to be trying to get Final Fantasy VIII in every other day. It might be a little bit of a while. Why is she vibrating? Because PlayStation 1 era RPGs and locations. You're going to like me. You're going to like me. Did it work? And once I finish Final Fantasy VIII, if Grandia's come out, I'm going to be playing through Grandia. If Grandia hasn't come out, I'm going to be playing through a different Final Fantasy. Hey, Diego, welcome to the stream. Looking good with my lack of beard and my headset around my neck. Should probably put my headset up on my head. Like that. I can't dance. You'll be fine. See, this just reminds me of so many things I've done. I can't dance. You'll be fine. So, this is a guy who states he can't dance. I named my character Wolfie. Yes, yes I did. So, that's pretty much like, yeah, how you'd expect a guy who can't dance to be. Like, okay, you're pulling me. What are you doing? What am I doing? And then I introduce you to the magic of JRPG. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last mess up of the dance. And now, magically, he gives up and now he can dance. Bumps into people a bit, but now he can dance. Hey, Louise, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I like that. It's a mercenary, so of course his first reaction is to go to hit the guy. Now, one thing that's weird is it is actually stated that seeds are taught to deal with social situations. Like, one of the things is seeds aren't meant to embarrass the garden, so they're taught to dance. So Squirtle is just a bad student when it comes to that. Because they do have lessons. One of the things is mentioned that seeds are actually taught to dance. Hey, Bloodflood! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Bloodflood? And here is the woman who's technically been our teacher for the last couple of years. This looks like old 3D cartoons. It was made roughly the same time as a lot of old 3D cartoons. Like, this was made back in 1995? 1997? Basically, this was being made as the PlayStation was coming out. This was one of the very first JRPGs to appear on the PlayStation, after Final Fantasy VII. Even that dance was perfect. What? Bumping into the guy and then threatening to punch him in the face. That was a perfect dance. Yes. 1999, and I'm surprised. Yeah, it's a very old game. Dance with someone you don't even know, but you can't stand being around me. One of the things a lot of people didn't didn't give this game the respect for was I was quite close with 1997. One of the things a lot of people didn't give this game respect for is the transition between cutscene and like in-engine stuff is actually quite smooth. Like right at the beginning of the game, there's a section which transitions from cutscene to in-engine, or sorry, from in-engine to cutscene, and like it's very hard to see the transition between the two. It just kind of zooms out and does a spiral, and you're still in-engine, and then suddenly you're in cutscene. And it's very well done in a lot of the sections on this. Like the transition between in-engine and cutscene is quite smooth. That was one of the most distinct cuts. You and I are to go to the secret area. Bum bum bum. So your instructor's trying to get it on with you, basically. It's where students secretly meet up and talk after curfew. It's inside the training center. What do you want to do there? Are we going there to tell everyone they're violating curfew? If that's the case, forget it. Leave that to the disciplinary committee. What do you mean by last order? Can we play cards? No. I can't play cards with her. It's not fair. Later on, you do actually have to play cards with her. She is one of the higher level card opponents. It was made in 9991 and sent back in time. And there's our regular seed clothing, rather than our posh seed clothing. But rather than wearing regular seed clothing, because we're no longer a trainee and we're no longer going on trainee missions, we're back in our leather jacket and our 3 belts. My Discord server looks dead. Well, yeah. My YouTube channel's kind of dead, Mappet. So now we're going to head to the training center and we're going to come up against some beasties in the training center. The beasties in the training center aren't that dangerous. But like some of them can be quite nasty. When you start the game, the worst thing to come up against is a T-Rex. Where did Wolfie get the leather jacket and the triple belts? I have no idea. Just wondering, have you fought a T-Rex or in the training center? I'm not sure. You can defeat it quite easily by using status junctioning. Go over status junctioning tutorial. No, thank you. We know how to do status junctioning. So basically this explains that the T-Rexes that can one-shot your characters at this point in the game can be dealt with using sleep attack. And throwing sleep onto a T-Rex. T-Rexes are highly vulnerable to sleep, basically. So let's do junction, Zell, and we'll do junction. Where's the switch command? Switch command, there it is. We'll switch Zell with Quistis. And then we'll also de-junction Selfie. And we'll junction that to Wolfie, I think, because this guy gives Vite and magic. Siren gives magic, and I think we'll give Quistis Arag, because then she can have the card ability, first and foremost. Again, one of the weird things about this game, we want to level up as little as possible. We want to keep our level as low as possible. And magic on Selfie. What have we got? Exchange. Give your waters to... No, he's got water. Give your sleeps to him. And your cures to him. There we go. There's a lot of just random menuing just to get things going the way you want them to go. And the last thing we need to do is set up our GFs. So we want him to learn Elemental Defense. Next, we want her to learn Doom next. Doom is a great command. Doom deals with a lot of the basic enemies quite easily. We're probably going to go with Ammo Refine, because we do get someone who's going to use that later on. And we're going to go with a Life Magic Refine. Make a vlog video? What would I make a vlog video of, though? Like, my streams are basically vlog videos. It looks like Pokemon strategy. A lot of... Well, Pokemon is a JRPG, Doggy Man. So one of the things to note is that Pokemon is actually a JRPG. So the reason a lot of it looks like Pokemon strategy is because a lot of it is. I'm sure there's something hidden behind this log at some point in the game. One second. I'm sure there's something hidden behind that log. Training Center. It's in disc 3 that we get that. Always pick Squall, Zell, and Riona. If you have to change, I go for Selfie. We might get the card guy around here. The card guy around here is quite useful. Because the card guy around here can teach us an interesting variation. Oh no, Grats! Whatever shall we do against Grats? They're so tough and so deadly. Oh wait, they turn into cards. Those are some ugly plants. Yes, yes they are. They are some absolutely ferociously ugly plants. And with about 250 damage, I mean, these things should have about 300 health right now. So taking off like 5/6 of their health pretty much guarantees a first time card. And again, leveling up as little as possible. We want to avoid leveling up. Because leveling up will just... What did the world to them? Wait, what? I'm not sure what you're saying. Super Mario plants dead. Super Mario plants are kind of ferociously mean. One interesting thing about this game, and it's kind of a hint that you're supposed to level up as little as possible, is that bosses don't really give you XP in this game. They give you a bunch of AP, but not really XP. Oftentimes bosses won't give you XP at all. Which is one of the interesting little quirks of this game. The music in Final Fantasy has always been top-notch. I think Final Fantasy VIII has some of my favourite music, though. I think Final Fantasy VIII definitely has some of my favourite music for the series. I, Quistis Trep, am no longer an instructor as of now. I'm a member of Seed now, just like you. Who knows, maybe we'll end up working together. Maybe, you know, you'll be the leader of the party, and even though I've got almost like a decade's worth of experience over the top of you, even though I'm the same age as you, and I was an instructor, you're going to be in charge. You know, maybe something like that might happen. Because, you know, who knows? Maybe. What level should you max become? I think the end boss, the lowest level of the end boss is like level 50. So like if you hit level 50 by the end of the game, you're about the right level. And the way you do that is basically by when you don't have to kill something, card it instead of kill it. Where do I live? What province? I live in Powys. If follow as an instructor, basically I lack leadership qualities. Hence why you become the leader. But yeah, like you can complete this game getting to level 100. It's just that because monsters level up with you and bosses level up with you, they've made the game slightly differently than most Japanese RPGs. Most Japanese RPGs, they want you to get to a high level to beat the challenges. In this game, the challenges get harder the higher your level is. Got my instructor's license at 17. It's only been a year since I got it. Well, not particularly listening, because you're kind of just feeling sorry for yourself. Hey, Rashid! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Go talk to a wall. Ouch. You're an asshole. Everyone has to take care of themselves. I don't want to carry anyone's burden. Except, you know, you want everyone to carry yours, because you're like that. Why is what vibrating? Why is the whole screen vibrating? It's just because FMVs in that thing were... You keep getting smacked by the... in space. You mean the Pterodact things. So you've gone up to Ragnarok, have you? Tatiana. Have you got up onto the Ragnarok and that's what's causing you problems? T-Rexor! Roar! It's Final Fantasy VIII. Sometimes it's better to run. Oh no, we aren't running. We're Renzetsu Sukening the sky. Renzekuken! Oh, he survived. Why am I killing dinos? Because it attacked me. I don't want to run away. There we go. It's a card now. And that is supposed to be a super dangerous fight at this point in the game. No. The lady who takes Renoa captive in the last disc. Oh, right, yeah. What is your kind of main tactic in fighting her at the moment? Because the one you're talking about is... You are talking about... Adele. So if you're around, when you hit Adele, if you're around level 30, she's going to have 35,000 HP. And she's going to be pretty much immune to Holy, but quite vulnerable against wind magic. So what you want to do is kind of specialize your characters in wind attacks, and then you just want to devastate her with a few really heavy-duty heavy-duty, like, wind explosions, basically. Now, this is a boss. I'm 99.9% sure I can't carve this guy. This is a boss. This is the woman that came into the infirmary while we were unconscious at the beginning of the game. She came into the infirmary and said hello to us. And she seems to know us, but we don't know her. Oh, poop! I think I screwed that up. I think he has a thing I'm supposed to draw. Let me just check quickly, because I'm pretty sure he has something I really need to draw from him. Oh no, he just has shell. That's fine. He just has the shell attack. That's fine. And no, I can't carve these guys. How am I cheating, Mappet? When in doubt, Tatiana, just use the scan magic. It's weird, scan magic often gets forgotten late game. But in reality, like, when you are, even at the end of the game, saving before a boss and then scanning the boss is actually not a bad idea. Because scanning the boss gives you the boss's weaknesses, and then you can reload your save from before the boss and just destroy the boss by knowing its weaknesses. Life Magic Refine. Huzzah! Hey, Jester, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where were you when she was getting her ass handed to her, hmm? Final Fantasy VIII, Rashid. I answered your question the first time you asked it. And it's also, you know, the title of the stream and listed as the game being played on stream and many other things, Rashid. Hey, Dre, welcome to the stream. They were doing guard stuff. Exactly. So he learnt ammo refine, so we're going to stick him onto Mad Rush. Which can be useful. It's not the best thing in the world. We're going to stick her onto Status Med Refine. And we're going to go over to abilities, and we're just going to have a quick look in Life Magic Refine. We could refine some Curagas from Tents. We've got Curagas from Wizard Stones. We've got a Saw Blade, which will give us Death. Cottages will give us Curagas. We've got Curas from Healing Water. Okay. Over in Fire, we should have Firers. That's fine. And then we've got also Mid-Magic Refine. But the card mod... Grats will give us Magic Stones, which give us level 2 magic. Chef's Knives, X Potions. Yeah. Hey, Sammy, welcome to the stream. So we can get ourselves some pretty powerful curing magic pretty easily. Pretty easily. I'm pretty good, Sammy. Thank you very much for asking. I wonder why I look like Taratula Caring Vids. I wonder why I look at I wonder what Taratula. I wonder why I look at Tarantula Caring Vids. Because you like looking at tarantulas. You don't hate me. I don't know, like the sheer pain in your voice when you were doing the 7 Day to Die No Tool run. Also, we kind of said stone shovel only, and you did use an iron shovel, so. The weather's pretty good, actually. It's been quite sunny all day. So Zell's been looking for us. We're both members of Seed now. Guess what? We've got our own rooms, baby. Your new room's right across the hall from your old one. You did not say stone shovel, you said shovel. Okay, okay. It's raining where you are. Aww. So we've got our new room. There is a weapon magazine on the shelf, which for some reason someone's just put a weapon magazine here. And there's our gunblade case, of course. Wolfie, it's our first seed mission. Looks like we're going to Timber. Meet by the front gate. Hurry! Not sure if that's hooray or hurry, but there's a weapon monthly. So the weapon monthlies, you can actually read them if you want. It's actually quite entertaining. Like, they actually allow you to read the weapon monthlies. Have you ever played Slime Rancher? That's where my... actually, one second. That's where... Not that guy. Not that guy. That's where this guy comes from. Image number 2 on my collection of cute little images. That's where this guy comes from. He is a Slime Rancher droid. Because apparently I am a puddle slime in a helmet. So yes, I have indeed played Slime Rancher. So you can see that because we slept, everyone's got full HP again. The problem with that is I now can't use my ultimate, because you can see my HP is now full. So what we do is we junction magic, and we take... like that. Keep changes. And then we junction magic, and now we can use our ultimate again. Because that's how we cheat terribly in this game. Hey, Karumi, welcome to the stream. How you diddling, Karumi? You a card player? No, you're not a card player. So, one thing I want to do is I want to try and get 10 Behemoth cards. And the reason I want to try and get 10 Behemoth cards is Behemoth cards refine into a Horn of the Behemoth. And the Horn of the Behemoth allows me to basically refine any object I want. Not, what am I talking about, refining any object I want? It allows me to give my character Quistis the ability Mighty Wall. And Mighty Wall gives all of my characters Protect, Shell, Regen, Reflect, and half a dozen other things that's going to make winning games extremely easy. I'm diddling-a-doodling pretty good. Hey! I am glad you are diddling and doodling well. Let's take a Armadodo card. The Iron Pipes are going to do us well later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be randomly grabbing things like that. There's a Terraria Jumbo Mod Cactus. Jumbo Cactus Mod. Next stream, can you try and stream Slime Rancher? I'm not streaming Slime Rancher at the moment, Rashid. I'm not playing Slime Rancher at the moment, but I'm sure there will be opportunities for me to stream Slime Rancher in the future. One more minute. One of the biggest disappointments of Final Fantasy VIII, you don't get to ride one of those. See, that was a T-board, which is kind of like a hoverboard. You don't get to use it in the game. At no point do they let you ride a hoverboard, like as a character. You get to ride a blinking, like, heli thing, and you get to ride landing craft and all sorts of things. You don't get to ride a hoverboard. Great disappointment. Now, one of the things we have to do now is we have to kind of balance our card game playing, because now that we're seeds, if we play card games too often, we're going to get demoted, and we're going to get less money. And money's actually moderately useful in this game, especially with the refine abilities. Mapper, chill, dude. You don't have to talk about me getting annoyed at a viewer every single stream. Just forget about it. Why is it important? The owls are still around. That is the password. Just follow the faction orders. So we're being sent to help a underground faction. Normally we wouldn't accept such requests, but enough talk about that. Well then, Wolfie, you are the squad leader. Use your best judgment based on the situation. Zell and Selfie will support Wolfie. Give all the carrot faction plans. Yada yada yada. Okay, so first things first. Switch those two. And then what we need to do is we do need to split the junctioning. So we're going to take... probably Arag off because Arag gives magic. Gives magic and HP. And magic and HP will allow Selfie here to get a nice big wodge of HP and a nice big wodge of magical ability. 23 will do. And hers, because her ultimate is magic based, that's not a bad idea. I forgot to give you this, a cursed item, but if one with power uses it, it should be of great help. So that's the magical lamp. The magical lamp is extremely dangerous because the magical lamp summons a boss for us to fight. However, we do kind of want to fight that boss as soon as possible because getting him in the party means another GF, another set of abilities. Some of the abilities are great, depending on what you want to do. So we just got paid. There's our 6,000 gil just for running 1,000 steps. Is there a move called Bakasura? No, there isn't. Do you know Ninja from Fortnite? I know of the game Fortnite. I have no idea who Ninja is. Magic lamps. Yes, we have the magic lamp that will summon a boss for us to fight. So what I'm going to do is going to pop outside, save, and then we're just going to go and fight him. Because we have our cheat in place. So he shouldn't be much of a problem. So let's grab the item. Magic lamp. And this immediately throws us into a battle where we have to try and defeat this guy. He's very dangerous, but he's very dangerous, but we should be able to deal with him, shall we say. My back's a little sore. So you can see, like, he's not a soft enemy. I don't remember any magic lamp themes, no. So this is really nasty. This is going to reduce all of our HP. But thankfully that's going to give us the opportunity to, hopefully, get off a few more ultis. Now he's probably going to kill one of us here, but that's not a big problem. Oh no, he's going to go with Demi again. That's actually really good, because Demi is a percentage-based reduction. I've never seen the magic lamp memes. The hardest boss in this game is probably Omega Weapon. Probably the Omega Weapon is the hardest boss in this game. Okie dokie, Kurumi, have fun at work. You can see how tough this guy is, even though we've kind of done okay. I'm not far into the game at all. I'm actually at the start of what would be classified Disc 1. I've basically just finished the first major sort of section of the game, which is the seed training section. And we're headed on into the first kind of progression of the game. Which is we're headed on into the first Laguna Dream, and then on into Timber to do the anti-boss mission in Timber. And we're just kind of like pounding on this guy with ulties, trying to get this guy to collapse so that we can have him. There we go. So that took, what, 7 ulties to take him down? He's not an easy boss to take down, and you can see that we were failing on our draw attempts, our attempts to steal magic from him. The Diablos card, quite useful, 20 AP, and we also got Diablos. So, let's name Diablos Kurumi, because Kurumi is in most of our streams. There we go. We have Kurumi now. Kurumi is a new GF, so we can have a look what Kurumi can learn. And you can kind of see where they want you to be based upon kind of what is available. So we could go with Mug. Mug is useful. Mug will allow us to steal items, and it also reduces your damage, so it can be good for carding things. But I think we're probably going to go with Status Magic Refine to begin with. We're going to junction him up to Kurumi, to Wolfie for now. And there we go. We're then probably going to use a few items. We're just going to pop a few potions, just to get ourselves to a reasonable amount of HP. Mostly going to run along the road, because we don't really care about encounters in this area. We could pop into the forest, try and get a few forest encounters, but that's not necessary. Okie dokie, Rashid, thank you very much for popping into the stream. You can see the world textures aren't brilliant in this area. Peace! And one of the things I want to do is I want to get a hold of something called Trade Rule Difference. Trade Rule Difference basically means I get the difference in cards. So you see there's a 6-point difference here, 2 to 8, 6-point difference, which means I would get all of his cards immediately. Like, he'd have to hand over the whole deck. So we kind of want to get Trade Rule Difference up and going at some point soon. Now, if we go into items and we go to our last page, we just got Weapons Month April. Weapons Month April gives us the basic revolver, it gives us a set of Maverick Knuckles, it gives us that, and it gives us a shotgun. Hey, Envious. Yeah, I'm going to be down at my partner's until Friday, which means there's probably not going to be anything on Friday. Dragon Fin and a Spider's Web. I could get a Slayer's Tail, which would up the damage for Quistis. It would up her strength and her hit percent. Sharp Spike and Magic Stones? Yeah, those aren't particularly difficult to get hold of. So over here is the train station. This is kind of where we want to be. Before we head out, we're just going to pop into the shop and we're going to buy ourselves a few high potions. We've got some Phoenix Downs. We're going to buy a couple of antidotes, a couple of eye drops, a couple of softs. These things are always worth having because they cure the different status ailments that you get. We're probably also going to grab ourselves a couple of G potions and a couple of tents. Now, one thing we can do is we can challenge the Queen of Cards. She will introduce Trade Rule Difference, which is exactly what we want her to do. Now, she can also introduce a bunch of random trade rules. But what we have to do is we have to beat her and we have to basically take the trade rule and give it to somebody else. Spread the trade rule to the area. Now, she's a very good card player. She's very good at planning her card movements out. But we should be able to basically like force her into a position of losing to us pretty easily. Now later on, when it introduces things like same and a couple of the other rules that make it a little bit harder, wall, same, combo, that sort of thing, it gets a lot more difficult. But what we're going to do now is we're going to play cards with a couple of guys in town to see if we can't get that rule to spread. Come on, does no one want to play cards with me? Right, we've got to find someone to play cards with us, because we want to spread this rule, the rule difference, so that we can start like farming cards very, very easily. Now we know that Zell's mom will play. Trade rule difference, yes. Now this gives us probably about a 50% chance to spread trade rule difference to this area. Rare occurrence, Droid actually wears his headset. Yeah, it's not the most common occurrence in the world, is it? That secures the win for us, and we can also get another one, so we can pinch 4 cards off her, basically. So you can see how this is going to make it far easier to farm up cards for Magic. Now hopefully the rule will spread to this area now that we've given it the opportunity to spread. And this just gives us the ability to farm cards so much more easily. Now later on we're going to come up against some rules that we don't want to spread, in fact some rules we want to get rid of. And there's a couple of interesting ways you can do that, of kind of erasing rules. If things get really hectic, you can always go to the Queen of Cards and basically have the Queen of Cards remove rules in a certain area. It removes everything and kind of resets stuff for you. It's not the best thing to do, but it's not terrible. So hopefully that has spread the rule to this area. Hey, have you heard of this cool trade rule difference? If I lose, you get all of my cards. Sort of. Not that you know I'm scamming you or anything. Have you, and you, and you. There we go, that should definitely spread the trade rule difference, which is lovely. And now we're going to hop on the train because we're going to head off to Timber, which is where our mission is. We've been hired, or seeds have been hired to... there's 3,000 gil, and we'll be heading off to Timber. The seeds have been hired to basically... help out a faction in Timber do something. We've not really been told what. We've been told that we'll get orders from the group when we arrive. So we're going to head down underwater in the train, and we're going to go on an underwater train journey. And this is where one of the slightly weirder things in this game gets introduced. I'll train all the way to Timber, huh? Pretty sure. First seed mission. Yay! Guess you're not interested. By the way, Wolfie, you have to use the ticket to get inside. It's kind of like when you go to the cinema with your friend and your friend pays. It's kind of like, can I have my ticket so I can go to the bathroom, sir? Wolfie has the ticket. So Selfie's very excited. Selfie really likes trains. Selfie really likes trains. Now, considering Selfie, as far as we know, has never been on a train, we can kind of understand Selfie's excitement. However, after what happens while Selfie's on this train, the fact that she's still this excited to be on trains afterwards is kind of weird. Yes, yeah, Selfie has some weird stuff happen. Seed's private cabin. I love trains. Selfie's weird. So we have this. It's got 2 beds and a blinking massive sofa. An absolutely giant sofa, which is pretty cool, really, if you think about it. Like that we have this huge sofa. Just as part of just like our cabin, really. Although Zell is bouncing up and down on the sofa. Oh, Zell. What are we going to do with you? So we got Pet Pals Volume 1. Pet Pals Volume 1 allows us to teach one of the characters we're going to be getting in a little while a new ultimate. So ultimates are learnt in many different ways. Squall gets his ultimate based upon the weapons that he has access to. Timber used to be a country surrounded by deep forests. 18 years ago, Galbaldia invaded. Timber fell quite easily to Galbaldia, so now Timber is under Galbaldian occupation. Said the whole bunch of resistance factions, big and small. And nope, that's it. Wolfie's ultimate's based on the weapon he has. Zell's are based on magazines. Ryona's are based on magazines. Selfie's is based on basically just random chance. Christis, we use items to teach her different magics. And Irvine is based upon ammunition that we pick up, basically items we have in our inventory that are consumable. So we have a nice kind of array of different ultimates. One of the most powerful ultimates in the game is Irving's, especially if you have a turbo controller. If you have a turbo controller, basically a controller that auto presses the button when you hold it down, Irving's ulti is ridiculous, especially with fast ammo. I could also rebind the keys, so I had like 4 fire keys for Irving's ulti, and I could just like spam lots of fire keys. And now there's a weird screeching noise and we're all about to pass out. Now Final Fantasy stuff always contains some weird shit. Final Fantasy always contains a little bit of weird shit. But I think this was one of the things that a lot of people found tough to deal with when it came to the weird shit. Because this is very strange. Very strange indeed. So now we are suddenly 3 guys wearing what appear to be Galbadian uniforms. Because we've got like the symbol on our shoulders and we've got like the same sort of armor. However, when we get into a fight, you'll see that we kind of have the same abilities we had as our characters and the same health levels we had as our characters. Yeah, the difference between kind of high level and low level characters in this game is a bit weird. So you can see we've got these grey bits. Where am I? Is this a dream? Oh boy, not again. So something keeps thinking that we're in a dream, but something else doesn't. So it's kind of strange. We're not really sure what's going on right now as a player. Loads of question marks. Another little fight. We're going to try and card this guy, minimize the amount of experience we gain. Ooh, a whole bunch of them. And we get a chance for first strike. Nice. Oh, do none of us have card? Oops. I kind of forgot that I hadn't given any of us the card ability. I'm going to have to do that. So in this game, only physical attacks wake you up from sleep. Magic attacks don't wake you up from sleep. That varies game to game. Let's have a look at Ward's ulti. Massive Anchor! Okay, not terrible. So we're going to have to equip the card ability to minimise our XP gain. Completely forgot we hadn't equipped that. I didn't equip it because I was fighting the GF, of course. Do you have card? You have card. Which is good, because Ward is perhaps one of the least useful characters to attack with. Aren't we here to fight a war, you know, against the almighty Timber army? Yeah, so why are we wasting our time messing around with these animals? Well, you see, it's just that, don't tell me you're lost again. Anyway, we're going home. Daling City, here we come! Laguna! Okay, so we're going to bop this guy on the noggin, and then we're going to card him. That's fine, you can sleep him. Just don't sleep the guy that has the card ability. It's weird, but if you set up a draw, it does seem to increase the chance that they get carded. I know it doesn't, like, people have been into the code and they see that it doesn't, but it does seem to increase the chance that they get carded. We all jump in the car and drive off. And that's a weird thing. Kind of a weird little moment, because it's like, okay, we were on a train as a set of characters and now we're somewhere else. I wonder if I can challenge people to card games. And when we save, it does indeed state that we are Ward, Laguna, and Kiros. No, not interested in a room for the night, thank you very much. So we're not really sure what's going on. We've got this weird grey voice. Signed to the Engineering Corps. Nice to meet you all. What a joyous day for me. Please, everyone, don't try to stop me. Would like to propose a toast to myself. Listen up, soldier. I'm Julia's private bodyguard. Better not make a pass at her. Dun, dun, dun. Oops, no. I want to go to the table. I'd be a terrible speedrunner, because I'd always take the wrong command. Is this a dream? Laguna's pretty cute. What's going on? What's happening to me? So that's our three different main characters at the moment, Selfie, Zell, and Wolfie, with the grey text, having thoughts about what's going on. Because apparently Selfie, Zell, and Wolfie can see all of this. So, Laguna, Julia should be making her appearance soon. And there she is in her little red dress. So this tune here kind of trails itself throughout the entire game in all sorts of different instruments and all sorts of different pacing and beat count and things like that. This was actually exactly the same tune that was playing during our graduation, just slightly changed, slightly edited, made with different instruments and a different beat count and more background and things. And it's kind of like a running theme throughout the whole movie, this kind of particular tune in all the music. It's called Eyes on Me, and it's a beautiful song when you actually hear the finished version. So Ward and Kiros are pressuring Laguna to go and talk to her, because apparently he has a crush on her. Unfortunately, we can't really walk, we're just going to run around like an idiot. And now we're going to have, perhaps, a lot of young men will recognise themselves in this moment. As we walk up, and it's like, I'm going to go and talk to this beautiful woman. I'm going to talk to this beautiful woman. Oh no, cramp! Ah! Oh my god, I'm making a fool of myself! Quick! Abort! Abort! Run away! Run away! Abort! I have made a fool of myself. Why? Cramp, cramp, cramp! Sad. Now, I wish it would give you kind of a clue as to who was thinking that. I like to think that that was Selfie. Kind of like Selfie just being like, oh, dude, that's sad. That's just sad. And he surrenders and goes back to his seat. Good work. Mission successful. Have a seat. I didn't think you'd actually do it. Our popularity rating's gone up a point. You got a pretty pitiful figure there. Say about a -3 on the manliness scales. Very true. I'm just going to quickly check because I'm waiting for a message from someone. Nope, no messages so far. Final Droidantasy. 10 out of 10, best title ever. That's going to be kind of like the running title for my JRPG series, Final Droidantasy. So if Grandia comes out, it's going to be Final Droidantasy 2 Grandia. If Grandia doesn't come out, it'll be Final Droidantasy 2, probably Final Fantasy 9, maybe? I quite like Final Fantasy 9. And Ward and Kiros have suddenly told us that they're going to go, he's going to go and do something else. And that's because Julia just walked up behind us. Don't worry, very few people who play this game the first time round kind of understand this bit. Basically, for some reason, the consciousness of our three main characters has been transferred into a Galbadian soldier from probably a long time ago, because they're talking about invading Timber, and Timber was invaded years ago and taken over by Galbadia. Not at all. Please, sit down. So, for some reason, something that happened years and years and years ago, we're kind of having it happen to us now. It's a little bit of a storytelling conceit. Wait, I'm just going to rotate myself around and kind of relax on the sofa a bit. Just kind of... One second. Where is it? Like, just gonna like chill on the sofa a little bit. Just kind of... Flashback, except it's a flashes back on very different people. Yeah, it flashes back onto entirely different people that we don't even really know who they are. We're not even sure who they are, really. Faffing with the camera because I'm on a sofa. That'll do. Because we don't really know who these guys are in the slightest. Like, our characters don't have any idea who they are, and we as players at this point don't really know who they are. Now, later on in the story, like, these guys are going to be reasonably important. So, Julia is the singer at this bar. We've had a crush on her for a long time, or Laguna has had a crush on her for a long time. Tried to talk to her tonight and failed, and now she's come and invited him up to her room. Which is pretty kind of... Considering how hard he failed, she must have a thing for pathetic guys. Ask for my room at the front desk. So we're basically going to go and sort of like spend some time in the room of the girl we have. Am I dreaming? So the white is him thinking it, and the grey is one of our characters, in this case, Wolfie. This is a dream, this is a dream. This is too weird to be a dream. He talks to himself too much. I've always screwed up talking about myself too much. I've always been like that. But not tonight. I'm all ears for Julia. We'll see, Laguna. We'll see. Time to use my manly charm and help Julia with her problems. So let's go and see what Julia wants. Is he really going? Let me show you to Miss Julia's room. So then we end up in a room with the girl that we have had a crush on for years. Have a seat. And now we just make a fool of ourselves. So first off, he sits straight on the end of the bed. There are 3 chairs to pick from. He then goes and sits on a chair, but then decides that he probably shouldn't sit on that chair. He's then going to walk around in a circle for a bit, because I'm in control, and I'm going to make him walk around in a circle for a bit. Because he's very indecisive. And then he's going to go and try and sit on the end of the bed again, but decide not to. And then he's going to go and talk to her. Just make him look as pathetic as possible. It's just, I'm a really big fan of yours, so I'm kind of really kind of nervous, you know. So that's why you come to hear me play so often. Well, of course he comes to hear you play because he's a fan. And also, of course she saw you, there were like 6 people in the... There were like 6 people in the room. If that's the average crowd she gets, I'm sure she knows most of the faces of people. Why am I tormenting poor Laguna? Because Laguna's pathetic. I mean, the whole swinging from a hook shooting things with his assault rifle is pretty cool, but he himself is not the best person in the world. Don't worry, I'm not going to pluck him and eat him. I just want to talk while gazing into those eyes. Would you like a drink? Wine, perhaps? I must be dreaming. She's a very... forward woman, shall we say. I don't like fighting too much, but you get to travel, you know? Seeing new places and new stuff. It's fun, because Kira and Maud are always with me. Hey, we should all go out drinking sometime. What do you say? And, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I wanted to quit the army and become a journalist, so I can tell people about all the things I've seen on my travels. He's already loosened up. So like the other day, one of the articles made the readers column. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that was way cool. So basically, he promises not to spend the night talking about himself. Hey, Odeon, welcome to the stream. And then spends the whole night talking about himself. Finally remembers that he should probably ask her about herself. I want to sing, not just play the piano, but to sing too. She's no good at writing lyrics. You don't have to write lyrics to be a singer. I mean, look at Katy Perry. Wow, Droid, that was harsh. Harsh, Droid. The many faces you've shown me. Times when you were hurt, worried, or felt pain deep inside. Your smile, your face, your eyes. You've shown me something. I think I can come up with a song. Talk about any other chart singer. Yeah. The funny thing is, a lot of chart singers actually do write music, but they very rarely sing their own songs. It's this weird thing where when you write a song, it's often kind of difficult for you to sing it. You often write songs for other people. Meet by the presidential residence on the double. Can we meet again? Of course, I have to hear you sing. Train announcement. Next stop, Timber. I love how they're both awake and I'm just lying face down on the floor. I presume they woke up when I went up to the room because they were no longer part of the flashback. They also just left me lying on the floor. They're both obviously been awake for a while, and they both just left me lying face down on the floor. Maybe someone released some sleeping gas. There's a lot of people who resent the seed. Maybe. Better be careful. Am I missing anything? Anyone hurt? I don't think so. What a relief. Had such a nice dream. I had a dream too. Wasn't nice though. I dreamt I was a moron. We'll be arriving in Timber shortly. For those getting off, please be sure you have all your belongings. But seriously, Sir Laguna was so cool. Hey, there was a Laguna in my dream too. He's a Galbadian soldier, right? Laguna, Kiros, and Ward. Huh? That's it? That's what? There's no way we can understand this. Let's just concentrate on our first mission. I guess you're right. Yeah, let's just forget about the whole time traveling, all of us having exactly the same dream about the past thing. We'll put this incident on hold and report it to the headmaster once we get back to Garden. I suppose that is a very mercenary thing to do. It's like, focus on what you're doing, don't worry about the weird stuff, just deal with it. So here we have arrived at Timber Station. And Timber Station has a pet shop and the train station, and it also has this guy in a yellow jacket, who kind of looks a little familiar. Pretty sure he's the same sprite model as was used earlier in the game. Oh, the forest timber sure have changed, but the Moogles are still here, but the Chocobos are still here, but the owls are still around. Welcome to Timber, sir. Come with me, sir. On vacation? That's not fair. My Georgie's in there. I hate this pet shop. Maybe he dies, maybe he doesn't. We'll see. Yeah, they did just kind of leave him. Please, please, this way, sir. So, the Resistance forces have a really inconspicuous way of travel, which is a giant spike-fronted train. Which rides on, like, the municipal train tracks owned by Galbadia. I'm the squad leader, Wolfie. This is Zell and Selfie. Nice to meet you. I'm the leader of the Forest Owls. Squall refuses to shake hands. Selfie shakes hands. And Zell doesn't even get offered. Looks like you already met Mots. Yeah, train stations where you walk across the tracks can be a little frustrating, but oftentimes a lot of the smaller train stations, like setting up a bridge, is very expensive. Although in the UK, it's become very, very rare that you have to walk across the tracks. Most train stations have, at the very least, what's called a metal frame bridge. So we have to go and wake up the princess, because apparently this this group has a princess. This rebel group has a princess. We're not gophers, we're Seed Special Forces. So now we have the same rule. Now the same rule becomes a little bit risky. The same rule basically means if two cards have the same number on two sides, then we're going to start losing cards. Luckily, at the moment, most of the enemy cards are far too low rank for them to get the same number on two sides. When we start to get plus, that's when it's really going to be a pain in the backside. So open is what allows us to see the other cards. What we're really looking to spread to this region is different. So apparently waking up the princess is a little bit risky. But that's fine. We don't mind waking up the princess. Your Seed. I'm Wolfie, the squad leader. There are two others with me. Yay! Seed is here! Take it easy. It's just that I'm so happy. Yeah, you have seen her before, actually. I've been sending requests to the garden forever, but nothing. I'm so glad I spoke to Sid directly. Oh? So you were looking for the headmaster at the party? And you can hear that same musical refrain in the background. You know Cypher? Oh yeah. Well, he's the one who introduced me to Sid. Sid is such a nice man. I really don't think Sid would come to help, but yay. But after explaining our situation to him, Sid gave the go-ahead right away. Now that you guys are here, we'll be able to carry out all kinds of plans. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Yes. I'm going back to the others. Okay, let's go. Wolfie, is he here? He? Cypher? No, he's not a Seed. Oh. My name is... What are we going to call her? We very rarely get to name characters. Oh, I know what we're going to call her. We've got Wolfie, so we have to have... Shweeby. Perfect number of letters as well. Shweeby. Very pleased to meet you, Wolfie. So we've got Wolfie and Shweeby. Seed members dance quite well, don't they? Approach your target inconspicuously at the dance party. There may be missions requiring that sort of substitute. It's expected of Seed to learn various skills, so it's work-related. That's too bad. Oh, hello, Angelo. Let me introduce you. This is my partner. And, of course, because this is Shweeby's partner has to be... Phoenix. Because that's Shweeby's partner. Phoenix is really smart. Here, let me tell you. So basically this is teaching us how we can teach Phoenix new ultimate attacks. Coot doggo. Yes, doggo, very coot. Doggo is used as a weapon in the game. Now there is another pet magazine somewhere in this area, but I can't remember where. But that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're quickly going to pop in, because we got pet magazine number 1. Pet Pals 1. So, Pet Pals 1. Welcome to Pet Pals. We bring the latest pet news to dog lovers. Your dog learns a trick to damage enemies in this issue. Your dog comes to the rescue when you're in grave danger. It's called Phoenix Strike, as you dog lovers already know. Oh, it's called Phoenix Strike. Nice. Walk your dog to help him learn this trick. So now that we've read that magazine, what we can do is we can go into... I think it's status of Shweeby. And we can set Phoenix Strike going. So now, as we walk around with Shweeby in the party, we'll slowly gain weaponized assault doggos. Exactly. We'll slowly gain additional points towards that ulti. And that's one of her ultis. To be honest, her ultimate abilities, her limit breaks, are some of the weakest in the game. But it's not the end of the world. Hi everyone, I'm Shweeby! This way. And you shall be my Shweebles. So we've now got kind of like a little mini tutorial for the challenge that's coming up. Because what they want us to do is they want us to basically attempt to kidnap the leader of Galbadia. They want us to try and kidnap the Galbadian ruler. He is most certainly a high-capacity assault doggo. Stand anywhere you want. This is a full-scale operation. Our resistance, the Forest Owls, will be forever known in the pages of Timber's independence. Good for you. It all started when we got hold of a top-secret information from Galbadia. The VIP from Galbadia coming to Timber. The guy's name is Visor Deling, our arch-enemy and the president of Galbadia. Visor Deling is a scoundrel. He's a dictator, not a president, not even popular in Galbadia, sir. President Deling is taking a private train from Galbadia capital. Our plan is to kidnap him, kill him, destroy him, whatever. Any and all of the above. There's nothing we can really steal from anyone yet that's that useful. Blow it to smithereens with a rocket launcher. Not quite. It'd work. First, I'll go over on the model. The yellow train on the top right is our base. We're riding with it right now. Right next to it is the dummy car. We need to make it look just like the President's car. The train has 3 cars. First, there is a locomotive, followed by the first escort. Then the red car is the President's car. Deling should be inside. And the last car is the second escort. Once we get on this one, we begin the operation. Our ultimate goal is to seize the President in his car using our base. It means we'll have to switch the dummy car with the President's car. We'll use the 2 switching points leading up to Timber to carry out the operation. Sneak on board the second escort. We'll get on the roof from the second escort by jumping from our dummy car. Proceed cautiously on the roof of the second escort. The high-tech officer is on board. I'll talk to you about sensors later. Move across the roof of the present car without worrying too much. Deling hates the company of guards and being surrounded by sensors keeps them away from his car. Uncoupling the first escort car. We'll have to complete the uncoupling before the first switching point. If we don't, boom, game over. Yeah, we'll have to move fast. I'll explain the coupling process later. Have the dummy car and our base move in after uncoupling. Have the dummy car and base move in. At this point, our train and their train will be linked and moving together. We then have to move back and we have to uncouple the car. Escape with the President's car and our base. And leave them all working together. Should be able to escape with the President's car. After that, we'll return to our base and prepare to confront Deling. Get on the second escort, proceed across the second escort, proceed across the President's car, uncouple the first car, and car and base move in, uncouple the second escort car, escape with the President. If we fail, our train will collide with theirs at the switch point and we'll be over. Don't forget that. 5 minutes. Sure that's enough? When the simulation ran, it should take only 3 minutes to complete the operation. Piece of cake for Seeds, right? Too easy. Let's talk about how to avoid sensors on the second escort. The guards have a sound sensor and a temperature sensor. Any sound will trigger the sound sensor, so move very quietly. The blue guard is carrying this sensor. The temperature sensor will go off if you remain stationary. The guard in red is carrying this one. So blue, stand still, red, keep moving. Stop if the blue guard is below you, run if the red guard is above you, below you. Each code is made up of numbers between 1 and 4, has 4 digits. But the key won't have numbers, instead it will have 4 buttons. Three, 1, 4, 3. Four, 3, 4, 3. Two, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, Shweed made it, that's why we bought everything else at the gift shop. Oh, I thought some kind kid made it. The paint job sucks too. Oh, shut up, I made it look like that on purpose. It represents my hatred towards Dailing. It's one of the ugliest things that I've ever seen in my life. You must really hate him. Are you guys finished? Enough about the model. Can we get on with it now? Yes, we understand. It's fine. God, they're pathetic. So now, if we complete this section without making any mistakes, we level up. So, or we get an extra seed level, sorry. And seed levels is what pays us money. So let's just make sure we have everything junctioned. Now, I've given him item on purpose. It's very important that I gave him the item spell. It's very important I gave him the item ability. Because we're actually going to use the item ability. We're just going to drop another potion on Wolfie because it's a very easy way to manage his HP. Make sure he always has roughly the right amount. So, let's head out. We're going to go and deal with this. That was nice and easy. Their sensors weren't working. And it's kind of train simulator at the moment. Everything is in order, sir. You again. The 27th time. How many more times do you plan to disturb me with these meaningless reports? It is my duty, sir. It's hard to believe that anyone would put up with such nonsense. I guess it's none of my business. Dismissed. There goes next month's paycheck. He wants to propose to his girlfriend. Ah, dang it. I got distracted by the blue guy coming and didn't read the code properly. Dang it. Ah, well, there goes my seed level, but that's fine. Not too much of a problem. Guards came at exactly the wrong time. 3323. Give me the next code. 2131. So now we disconnect the rails and off we go. What should I do? I know he's not going to like it. That's my job. Sir? Everything is in order, sir. Huh, he's not angry. Phew, that's strange. Oh, he's reading the paper. I wonder where he got that. Hey, Sweetums. It's 2 in 1 day. Oh, keeps losing paychecks. Wait, is this the right train? The interior looks different. Looks shabbier. Maybe not? Gotta admit, stealing a moving train car is pretty dope. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Kind of sad that I messed up one of the codes because the guards turned up at just the wrong moment, but it's just a seed level, so it's only like a couple of thousand gold. One, 4, 3, 1. 1, 4, 3, 2, was it? Whoops. Misread it. Come on, guards. Hey, Romaret, welcome to the stream. We're just stealing a moving train car at the moment, Romaret. Hope work is going well. Let's try that again. 2121. Come on, just give me the next code. 1323. Four, 4, 4, 3. You can play Final Fantasy VIII if you want, dude. Guard, 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 guard. Ah, damn it. I got stuck because it had already given me a code. 3411. 1331. I got stuck entering a code. I should have just mashed it. I tried to get the code right. No, let me back up, let me back up, let me back up, let me back up, let me back up. See, you kind of get stuck sometimes. And because that's one thing about this is it's not very responsive. It's not very responsive at this point. It's one of the problems that a lot of JRPGs from this point had, is they had these bits that kind of, the reaction time of your characters was very, very slow compared to kind of like how fast you would react in a situation. Like a lot of JRPGs, these storyline sections though aren't like a way of failing a game. Like, JRPGs tend to be all about the story, so although you can make the game harder, the main thing that's going to fail is like not leveling up or not leveling up correctly, is basically putting yourself in a situation where you're not strong enough to progress. And we've kind of defeated that in the first 2 hours of the game by cheesing it. For a group of rebels, they're very pathetic. Luckily, they have the mercenaries to do their dirty work for them. Serious negotiations. Better make sure I've got all of my GFs equipped. Yeah, they're all equipped and ready. We'll double check to make sure they're all learning the right thing. Elemental defense, that's fine. Doom, Mad Rush, Status Mag. Status Med and Status Magic, that's fine. Yeah, I'm ready. So this is 2 boss fights. One boss fight is reasonably easy, and the next boss fight is extremely difficult. Unless you do something that's kind of a trope in Final Fantasy, a bit like having Sid in every game. So, in Final Fantasy, roughly about 3 hours into every single Final Fantasy game, there is a monster that is very hard to defeat, a boss that is very hard to defeat, and it's undead. And the way you defeat an undead that's very hard to defeat is you throw healing items at it until it dies. All these rumours about the many resistance groups in Timber. You pass along a little false information and they fall for it. How pathetic. Seems like there are only amateurs around here. Amateurs? Ah, my butt hurts from all this sitting, young lady. Ah, so what did you have in store for me? I resisted. Why don't you tell me? Ah, zombie president! Quite amusing, though, for being such amateurs. How dare you insult the president? Oh god, it's Trump on a rampage. He's gonna grab some pussy. And so one thing we can do in this match, because this isn't an undead, technically, is we can just choose our ulti. There it is. Now normally we'd need to be at about 100 HP at the moment. Between 100 and 150 HP to do that. But we can do that immediately because we cheesed the game. Cheesy, cheesy goodness. And now we get onto the second stage. Now this thing is really very hard to deal with. Like, this thing is tough as nails. However, it's undead. So if we resurrect it, it kind of insta-dies. It's a trope in Final Fantasy that About 3 to 4 hours into the game, you face an undead boss that is really hard to kill, and then you just throw a res at it and it dies. Alcohol and Doom, Siren and Status Meds. Nice. Man, I can't believe the president was a fake. I can't believe we fell for it. So that fight is normally like a 15-minute fight. I finished in about 40 seconds. Big news, I found the real reason why the president's here, sir. The president's going to the TV station. Security's super tight. Why in Timber? Why can't they just broadcast just as easily from Galbadia? Do you think the Dalet communication has something to do with this? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, floof.
I did notice.
Did you notice the defloofer? What's going on? Basically, we just attempted to kidnap the... We basically just attempted to kidnap the president of Galbadia and found out it was a body double who was an undead creature that we killed with a Phoenix Down, which is a resurrection potion. And now we found out that the real president is going to the communication tower, to the television station, to transmit a television broadcast. Now, we don't know what the television broadcast is about, but basically we've been hired to kidnap the president of president of Galbadia, so I guess we're probably going to the to the television station next. If I remember correctly, radio waves haven't been used in 17 years. It's been that long? Wouldn't it be wonderful if the first broadcast would be a declaration of Timber's independence? Hey, that might be possible. Let's come up with a plan then. Bum, 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 bum. Can you guys give us a minute? I'm just gonna, invade your planning session. We've come up with a plan. Oh, great. Before we get into that, can I see your contract with our garden? Oh, sure. If I don't join and tell you your face is not showing, who will, mate? I don't know, envious. Don't care. What's it say? Balam Garden, hereafter referred to as Party A, acknowledges that the Forest Owls, hereafter referred to as Party B, as the hiring party. Seed, hereafter referred to as Party C, shall dispatch upon signing of this contract. Party C shall operate under the supervision... The hell? I don't get it. Oh yeah, that one's pretty confusing. When I told him I didn't understand, he gave me a different one. Sid is such a nice man. What's it say this time? To the Forest Owls. This seed deployment contract will last until Timber achieves independence. Please make good use of each seed member. I wish you the best with your objective. Please understand that this contract is an exception, and no replacement of any seed members can be made. Balam Garden Headmaster, Sid Kramer. That's a very open contract. Until Timber's independence? That's so vague. Poor Seed. Hey, you're paid professionals, no complaining. Okay, let's decide on parties. Gathering information is my specialty. My stomach! Ah! Basically, whenever we have to go into a dangerous situation, that member of the Timber Owls just pretends to have a stomachache. So the four of us who will be heading to the TV station will be Wolfie, Schweeb, and Selfie. Because Wolfie has to have all the girls. You understand. We'll junction exchange between Schweeb and Zell, which is fine. And also we get to have Doggy with us. So, how long have I been streaming for, and should we call the stream roughly around here? Streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Let's say another 20 minutes, and then we will call the stream. Do a 2-hour stream. Zell has stupid tattoos. That's a little bit harsh. Maybe they have deep personal meaning to him. Maybe he's a member of some Native American tribe like Chakotay from Final Fantasy. From Star Trek. So, I'm playing Final Fantasy, Droid. Star Trek's the thing you're referencing. Oh dear. TV station, sir. It's quite close if you take the local train, but the local and transcontinentals have stopped running, sir. Nothing to worry about, sir. There must be someone in town who knows. Right, okay. A guy dressed as a cadet gathering information. He was asking about the president's stay. I found it strange that a cadet would keep asking about the president. He was very polite and kept addressing me as sir. I think I know who you're talking about. He was taking care of 3 suspicious-looking characters from Balam. I'll go question every teenager in the area. Can't just go up to anybody and... These are citizens. We can't inflict any... How dare they try to kidnap the president? Not only disrespect our president, but also the Canadian soldiers. I'll be sure to find them and throw their sad behinds in jail. Please, hear me out to the very end. Poor God. Seems like the hotel's not available either. Should you need to recover, use the Owls tier. Heard it works wonders. Believe you can find it at the old man's house. I guess you won't be needing it at all anyway, because you're seed. You'll be fine, right? Hey! Wait for me! Don't leave me, sir. Run away. Okay, so we are now free to basically roam the city. There's a few things in the city we want to have a look at. We can pop in the weapon shop, see if we can upgrade any of our weaponry. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've got pretty much everything we can afford at the moment. I'm allergic to cats, but my daughter loves them. We can pop into the Timber Hotel. We can have a look at this woman. I think this woman's got a rare card. Now again, we've got the same rule in effect now, so we want to be careful of high-level cards that match the numbers we've got. We don't want to have too many matching numbers, because if it matches numbers on 2 sides, then we're in a little bit of trouble. Luckily, because we have a lot of A's, 9s and 8s, it's very hard for them to match what we've got. Now, unfortunately, we're back onto Trade Rule 1 instead of Trade Rule Difference. Now, I think if we buy a room, there's something in the rooms, if I remember correctly. No, I don't want the save point, I want her. Now, I'm pretty sure if we buy a room, there is something in the rooms. Can't say this out loud, there are a bunch of roughnecks from Galdea seeing here right now. Ah, so we have to come back later for that. Okie dokie. Pretty sure there's something in one of the rooms though. Ah, we have Galbadia. I've heard everyone here supports the resistance. You guys are such fools. Just imagine how much play Facebook 5 if you were loyal to us. Guys, you're going to be stuck as backwards forever. And you? Are you happy with your life? Blindly following orders every day, doing things you probably don't believe in? So what if we're undeveloped? We're not looking to thrive. We want to be able to stand on our own feet, to be independent and live according to what our beliefs are. You guys will probably never understand, having thrown away your pride and dignity. Not the fools you are. Face tattoos are stupid by definition. Now we get into our first fight with Garbadian soldiers. We cannot unfortunately turn these guys into cards. It'd be very nice to turn them into cards. Just go, you are now a piece of paper. But we have to kill them. Which is fine. Her weapon's pretty cool. She fires her little wrist crossbow thing. Kapow! And it comes back and she catches it. But she's not going to be doing any killing. Because we can do that. Oh, it's OP as hell. Ooh! Let's do a phoenix. Doggy! Oh! Kapow! Yes, we fire at dog from our wrist crossbow. It's technically a kind of automated chakram, Bakasura. I love Zell, tattoos or not. Yay! So you should. Abilities, draw command. Oh, and the card command as well. Still can't get through there, unfortunately, but that's fine. We went and saved those guards, which is a good deed. Oh no! More enemy soldiers! Whatever shall we do? Oh yeah, I'm going to beat them to death with a big sword. Oh god, there's one of them. Oh wow. You don't know what's about to happen to you, dude. Renzo cooking! Boff, 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 boff. And slicing in half. I was joking about the weaponized assault dog. I did not expect it to be literal. It is indeed a weaponized assault dog. Angelo also does a whole bunch of other stuff. One of the things that we can teach him later on is basically if we get really low health. It's actually something that I won't be teaching Angelo. It's one of the abilities you can teach Angelo that I won't be teaching him because it kind of messes up some of the stuff later on. If you get to very low health, you can actually have Angelo basically come out and give you healing items so it doesn't take up a turn to heal your characters. So your characters basically auto-heal themselves. I don't like it because it's one of the more kind of hard to manage ones. So we can get 60 sleeps from the sleep powders. So we can top up our sleeps to 74. The Curse Stone gives us pains. And a lot of these items are things we got from doing card games. So you can see that some of the stuff we've got, like, from doing card games is, like, we paid 400 for an eye drop. Now, admittedly, it cures blind, but it only refines into a single blind magic. We got 20 blinds from one of the things that we got from the card games. Card refining stuff is very odd. Yeah, the card refining stuff is a little odd. And this is where having card trade difference would be good, because I'd just get all of their cards. Instead, I have to pick one. I think I'm going to go with the Blood Soul. Not super powerful, but it's a thing. So we're just going to pop all the way through. I'm going to head down into this area. A few more fights, but means we can go down and see the old man who has the Owl's Tears. Oh no, 3 guards. Whatever shall I do? I should probably switch up to Ulti's other end ultimate, but... Phoenix Cannon of Doom! I didn't realise the Phoenix Cannon was actually an AoE. Oh no! Someone who's been being nasty to locals. Quickly, let us beat them up. Blink! Blink! Blink, blink. Now, I'm not going to bother using the trigger and getting the ulti, because this will kill him without any trouble whatsoever. Blink! If I can get hold of a few more Abyss Worms, get some more Tornadoes for one of the HP junctions, I'll be able to do double ultis, which will finish most fights in one go. See the Buell card. Lovely. Nothing we really want to buy here. I think we could probably do with like 10 shotgun ammo. We can't afford it. Oh, kitty snoring. Angelo! Shweeby shall fire the Phoenix! Phoenix Cannon! I call those two Shweeby and Phoenix because Shweeby is the YouTuber that I know, and Phoenix is her husband. So he's the dog that she just uses as a weapon. You say, sweetie? Okie dokie. So this guy's had his card stolen, his favourite card. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him the Buell card, which he had stolen. And we get a Tombury card for free. And I think there's a save point just out the back here, and I said I'll stream for another about 20 minutes. It's only been about 15, but I think we'll save out the back here. We just got paid again, so we've just got another 6,000 gold, and I think what I will do is I will call that there. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I have been the Gaming Droid, this has been Final Fantasy VIII, and I will catch you all in another stream. Bye-zy, bye everybody.